Homo Deus, eine Geschichte von morgen. Détective Conan, einer meiner absolut Lieblings-Manga-Serien. Latitude Zero, écrit par Mike Horn, a Swiss-South African adventurer man amongst men. O Alquimista, escrito por Paulo Coelho, you might know this as The Alchemist, a very famous book. A crime fiction book written by Natsuo Kirino, out, really good book. And Vagabonding, written by Rolf Potts, and this is my favorite book, highly recommended. What's up friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Migu and I'm a polyglot who speaks 6 languages. I guess it's pretty obvious I love reading books and I read 20-30 non-fiction and fiction books every year and a few hundred manga. I can easily read the newspaper, the law or audiobooks, research articles in multiple languages. So today let's go over how to actually go from this to this. I'm gonna talk about what makes reading so difficult and how to make it easy, then where to start and how to progress to reading harder texts, and to finish things off I'm gonna talk about the one thing I do to be super productive. Here we go. First things first, it's really tough. You need to know lots of words to be able to read in your target language. Unless your target language is Spanish and you are already fluent in Portuguese, then yeah, the biggest challenge will be to find something you enjoy reading. No, but seriously, it's really tough and we make reading in our target language super tough. The worst thing we can do is think that we can pick up just any book that is targeted for native speakers and start reading it. It's basically the same thing as me trying to climb Mount Everest without proper training. We need to spend time improving our reading skills. There's more. When we start reading in our target language, we kind of feel this need to understand every single word. Let's not do that. Let's do it like we do it in our mother tongue. Skip all the weird words and focus on understanding the big picture. Let's not forget that reading is not about understanding words. Making reading a habit is really important, and making it a habit isn't really that difficult, if you know how to do it, of course. Start small and then increase with time your daily dose. If 30 minutes a day seems a little bit too much for you, do 20 or 10 minutes a day. What we're aiming for is consistency. It's way better to read 1 page a day than to read 1 chapter once a week, because we will see words and expressions way more often, so it's gonna be way easier to learn new words and expressions and understand the big picture. Read for pleasure at your level, choose something you like. Because we do not want to make this so much about learning the language, especially not if you are someone who doesn't really enjoy reading in general. But I guess this is kinda easier said than done, because more often than not, you may not be able to understand the things you enjoy and only understand boring things. So what should you do? Well, personally, I would go the easier path of understanding the boring things first and see progress and level up to the things I actually enjoy reading, then actually torturing myself and potentially ruining something that I like and to see no results at all. Alright, here's my roadmap from easiest to most difficult. As a beginner, start with spoken dialogues. Look for grammar books with lots of dialogues and short stories if possible with audio. Then look for real-life conversation books for beginners and intermediate learners. In the very beginning, you're gonna find the most useful words in spoken dialogues. Those books are a great start. And if you want to improve your reading skills while learning new words, you might want to check out this video right here. Next up are manga, webtoons and comics. Easiest to read are slice of life stories. Lots of spoken dialogues, slang, useful expressions. They go to school, they go on dates, they do virtually anything you would do with your own friends. One thing I like to do is read the manga first, then watch an episode of the anime and then come back to the manga and reread it, because the anime is gonna be just slightly different from the manga and I'm gonna be able to understand way better the story. I'm not really a fan, but I guess it still deserves a place in my list. Fairy tales with audio. Like I said, I'm not really a fan because fairy tales for me aren't that useful. They have weird expressions, very descriptive, dialogues and expressions aren't really up to date. But if you like fantasy, then this is a must read. Pair it with audio, you absolutely have to, because it's gonna make understanding the situations and emotions way better, and guessing words is gonna be easier too. Friends, podcasts with transcripts. Please understand that podcasts are the best thing ever. Start with podcasts for language learners and then progress to podcasts that are about topics that you actually enjoy and focus on those. It's just so crazy how fast you progress by consistently using podcasts with transcripts. You're missing out if you don't use podcasts with transcripts. Podcasts with transcripts. Before attempting to read your first real book, why not try reading graded short stories and books like this one? It's really good. As a beginner and intermediate learner, this is kind of like trying to climb Mont Blanc before attempting to climb Mount Everest. Alright, I talked about all these wonderful resources and they all give you a starting point and are gonna make you progress. Let's say you found something that you like. Really focus on that and immerse yourself in that topic. Let's say you like crime fiction. Then why not pair a crime manga with a true crime podcast and really go deeper into those kind of topics? Let's suppose you spend a few thousand hours practicing your reading skills. I'd say you're ready to pick up any book you like. But that book is going to depend on the topics you spend most time reading about. So choose accordingly. You want to hear an unpopular opinion? I prefer digital books over paper books. I haven't bought or read a physical book in ages, and if you have an e-reader or a tablet, use it. It's gonna be your best friend. You can instantly get any book you want. Do you know how difficult it is to get Asian books here in Europe? Asian books or African books or whatever. It's really difficult. Do you know how easy it is to just download them? Do you know how easy it is to click on the word on your Kindle and get the definition in 0.2 seconds? Do you know how easy it is to copy paste words and expressions and sentences into your spaced repetition app? There's more highlighting, note-taking, sharing, the weight, and so on. But I agree, nothing beats the smell of paper books. I bought my Kindle 7 or 8 years ago and it's still one of the best investments I made so far. My last tip, whether or not you use an e-reader, tablet or physical books, is when you start looking up words, only look up relevant words and expressions. And do not forget to write the definitions above the words and expressions, because when you reread passages, we want to focus on reading and not looking up the same words over and over again. Remember, it's a marathon, so let's not waste any time. If you want to improve your reading skills while learning new words, you might want to check out this video right here. Thanks for watching, it really means a lot. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave lots and lots of comments, and don't be afraid to ask questions, of course. And if you want to support me, share it with fellow language learners, family and friends, and you can also directly support me on coffee.com/heitsmigu. And I guess I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.